Okay, good morning, all of you. So I think I forgot the recording one. Okay, I'll continue from here. Okay, this is about the angular momentum of a particle moving parallel to x-axis here. So now let's take the cases. Is it the particle moving parallel to x-axis? Definitely the answer is no. Then how to calculate angular momentum of this? So let me do one thing. It is making an angle, say like a theta. Theta with what? With horizontal. How to determine this? And with the time definitely so this distance I'll call it as b, and this distance let me call that as a. So what I do is I will resolve this velocity of this along x along y. Now what is the velocity? So there's a one first problem I'll show in detail. So here afterwards you should better to either take unit vectors or you can resolve the velocity itself. So one velocity if I resolve, I'll get vx, and this is vy. What is this distance? So we'll separately calculate due to x component how much of angular momentum, due to y component how much of angular momentum. I think that problem will be solved. No, no, due to x component of velocity, m vx into b. What is the sense? Minus k cap. Here first let me put clockwise. Later on in the vector form m. What is vx? B cos theta b minus k cap. Similarly, due to y component of velocity, curl fingers from A bar towards Vy bar. So how it will be? Anti-clockwise. If you are just seeing like a Cartoon Network, no use. Your right hand should come into picture. Your right hand should come into picture. You should curl fingers. Keep your the small finger, the last one. I'll show in the video. Just make observation how to curl it. It should be like this. Huh? So that is for y component of velocity. Curl it like this. Then for x component, you should curl it. Keep this finger, keep pointing finger at B bar. Then curl it, open thumb. Thumb will be along native Z axis. Then this one. Keep your this small finger at A. Curl finger, close it. Open up thumb. Thumb will be out of the plane. So look at the sense now. Plus K cap. And what is in fact Vy is equal to V sine theta. This theta will get confused. I'll write phi. What is the angle between y component of velocity and A? It is 90 degree. So this will be A, K cap it will come. So what is the net angular momentum of the system? How much it should be? What is the resultant angular momentum? Sum of these two. Let me accommodate that here only. Yeah. So what is the resultant angular momentum? L bar equal to Lx bar plus Ly bar. So like that, if you get a situation like this, or else what you should do, you should define the position vector. Define the position vector, solve it, you'll get the same answer. Almost what I did is the same answer here. Angle between R bar. So here R bar, what is R bar equal to? AI cap plus BJ cap. Then define the velocity vector, take that one. So sir, means shall I do like this? So I think let me substitute this. This will be minus mv cos phi b k cap means sir I'll do like this r bar cross mv bar. Will I get same answer? Yes, you'll get same answer. See, this is what, see, don't just read theory, take some example and analyze it. Cross M, and what is V? V cos phi I cap plus V sin phi J cap. Now take cross product and check it now, you'll end up with the same answer. So if you are very good in vectors, unit vectors, take help of that. I cap, J cap, that one. Or no, sir, I'll resolve the component of velocity. Then perpendicular distance. I think this is very important because almost many numericals I'll be using this method. So if it's a three-dimensional, prefer this. I suggest you three-dimensional, go for this. If the plane diagram, then go for this. Are you try? Please try to utilize the basic maths properly here. Something the particle moving in a space, you can't do this. You should take help of this one only. If the particle is moving in some xy plane or in some specific plane, then you should take this one. So that basic maths, you should have a clarity. Okay, no, so they're both the particles. So we'll take some generalized examples, one problem itself, then I'll conclude this one. So let there be a 2 meter per second, 3 kg, 3 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, and this is 1 kg. Say some particles are moving along X, along Y. I think in all quadrants it is there. No. You have to find out the angular momentum of system of particles. So I'll give the number for them. Let this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the 8 system of particles are there. You have to calculate angular momentum about origin. So find the Angular momentum of system of particles about origin. First of all, individual particles will calculate. What about L1? Mass is how much? 3 kg. Speed is how much? 2 meter. And what is the perpendicular distance? 3, no? So there should be 3 into 2 into 3. What is the sense? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Will be clockwise. Then for particle 2, mass of the particle is 1, speed is 4, perpendicular distance is 2 meter. This is the perpendicular distance. What about the sense? Sense will be anti-clockwise. So there's a very much basic everyone must learn. It's very important. Now particle 3. Look at the angle between R bar and V bar. R bar cross M3 V3 bar. If you want to take M outside, totally outside. M3 R3 bar cross V3 bar. We know, we are very sure that they're parallel, no? Look at the position vector. It makes an angle 45 degree with vertical. Similarly, the velocity vector also makes angle 45 degrees. So what is the angle between R bar and V bar? It is 0. So the expansion of this will become R3 V3 sine 0 degrees will be 0. So in numericals, you should be careful here. So let's come after this. Particle 4. Mass of the particle 4 is 3 kg. Velocity is 4. What about the perpendicular distance? Will be 4 meter. What is the sense? Will be anti-clockwise. So now how you can say clockwise or anti-clockwise? How do I say? So look at this. This R bar. This is a V bar. No, R cross V. So put your small finger at 4 meter along negative axis. Put small finger. Then close that fingers. Curl it. Curl. Rotate that fingers towards negative axis. Open up the thumb. Thumb will be along Z axis. Please do it. Don't make observation. I'm telling this one. If you were in class, no, usually for this chapter, I'll come with a stick. In a class, I'll come with a stick. And I seen even in class, students are happily, they'll sit like this. They sit like this, or somebody like this. And somebody like this. And somebody what happened, reading books, some they're doing. But what happened, your right hand should come into picture here. So in class, what happened, if you are in class, no, I think by this time, I would have beaten 60% of students. Exactly at your fingers. It's very important. See, like you want to become engineer, you should put effort here. It's not a history class, no, where you'll just only see Taj Mahal. Okay, how many minars are there? 4 minars are there? How many dome are there? One dome is there. What is the color? White color? No, it's not Taj Mahal here. You are going to make a Taj Mahal. You are not going to see just Taj Mahal. You are going to build a Taj Mahal. Things of like that. So your right hand should come. Pain should be there. I'm telling this one. Rotation mechanics got over means pain got over. A pain you should apply Zendu bomb or iodex, move something at this particular thing. This fingers, because every problem you are going to apply it. Torque, everything. If pain is not there, you'll not become engineer. Take it for granted. So put 4 meter like this, you should curl it. Thumb will be out of the plane. Where's the pen gone? How to curl fingers? How to curl fingers is something. How to get the direction? So this is R bar. This is R bar. This is V bar. So curl fingers. It's all no. From R bar towards V bar. Put the small finger should be along 4 meter along negative x-axis. Do it. You don't do any exercise, huh? Like this. You don't do. Finish over. You don't hold any arm like this pipe. Something you hold it. No. Finish over. That's what here big. Got this. So what is the direction of This one, so it should be like this one. So this should be. Next again, what about L5? L5 again, the angle between R bar and V bar, M4, R4 cross V4. What is in fact angle? Angle is R4 parallel to V4. So therefore, M4, R4, V4 sine 0 degrees will be 0. After this, we'll be left over with 6 and 6, 7 and 8. L6 bar. Or time being, let me write L6. So L6 should be equal to 2 kg MVR meter 1 and this is 2. So this will be anti-clockwise. So you just assume that the particle is here, no? It is moving like this. So this is 2 meter. So this is R bar, this is a V bar. R cross V will come like this. How you measure angle? Anti-clockwise. So you do one thing, just simple. This is a R bar, this is a V bar. R cross V. So how you are going to measure angle? See, at least you know angle, you'll measure clockwise, anti-clockwise. Geometry, protractor, geometry box. So there's a very pathetic nowadays. Students don't know how to measure angle, not seen protractor. How it is possible? Some minimum basic mathematics science is needed. So this is R bar. So how you measure angle from R bar V bar? Anti-clockwise. So how the thumb, when you measure angle, it will be like this. No, curl fingers, rotate your fingers. Then the thumb will be out of the plane. So therefore, it should be out of the plane. This is a sense of rotation. And then this will be L7, 3 kg. Geometry, high school geometry, very, 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 very important. That is what the base of entire engineering. And nowadays, high school geometry, how you are saying, teacher will draw a diagram and that you copy and commit. How many problems on your own you do geometry, different shape, 3D dimensions, 3D objects you should construct, you should view that, how do this object will appear. If you just hold a box, if you see from different views, take hemisphere. If you view from top, it will be circular disc. If you view from side, it will be hemisphere. If you change orientation, how do that object will appear, cone. If you view from far away, it will appear like a triangle. Like that, no, you should make observation of 3D objects. You are not, Big Boss started, okay, everyone will sit nearby Big Boss. Why I'm telling you this one, the science is not there in our society. That's what, and you want to become a highly, you want to enter into scientific world, but there's no science behind you, you're not observing. I think yesterday afternoon, my wife told a very good movie is there, Happy Days. I thought, okay, Happy Days, something related to engineering students. Then I thought, okay, let's see. Where is engineering there in that particular movie? Finally, what happened? Everyone will get in romance, and finally, what happened? Everyone will end up with a good relationship. That is not goal of to be engineer. No, you go to engineering college to acquire engineering skills, not to search for partner. It's not a marriage bureau. Your engineering college or IITs, NITs are not marriage bureaus where they will give a good partner for your life. Please do understand this is something very important at this stage, because South India or in India, what happened, the movie craze is more, and kids will get inspired by movies. And Happy Days movie, I came to know. I don't watch movies. I'm not against also. I do watch good movies, not something general movies and all. So my wife told there's a super hit movie. I told super hit, and that too related to college students, engineering students. I thought, okay, something. Let's see, maybe any useful for us. It was like a marriage bureau. The college they made it as marriage bureau. I think something I felt, okay, good, okay, you are showing some other aspect of life, but at the age of 20 or at the age of 18, I think by the time you complete engineering, how much you'll get? 21 years, no? At the age of 21, I don't think so. We will be interested in searching the life partner. The life partner searching should come only when you settle financially, no? When you get a good job, when you start earning, then you should think about life partner, no? Not at this age. This age is to learn. This age is to put effort. This age is to make outside, to observe outside world, to get the scientific knowledge. Don't get carried away by the movie world. It's a highly superficial world which you are dreaming it here. Say one or the other day you'll get married. One or the other day you'll get one a good life partner. Don't bother that. I didn't get married. I got married. So my personal felt that one. We never thought something like a this one. Only one once what happened. We should get a good knowledge first. We should become good engineer. This should be the goals at this age. Huh? The movies what happen are will give wrong impression for you. And see, getting married, getting life partner is will be part of everyone's life. Even if you're not interested, you're going to get married. So for that, you need not to put any effort. So effort you have to put for such acquiring scientific knowledge. Hmm? So come out of that fantasy world of movies. Hmm? Okay, once you get a good job, everything, no, just say like whenever you feel bored, you have to watch movies, but you can't sit hours together watching movie. 3 4 hours per day, not possible. Even in a week, one movie, watching one movie means you are wasting 3 hours. Means like you mean to say that we should not have any sentiments in life. I'm not saying. I do like my wife. I do love her. I spend time with her. I spend time with my kids. It's not like that something only you should always think you should do physics problem. But your age is of that kind of you should play and you should study and you interact, go to attend some function. But the imagination should not be there anything about that particular thing. Imagination should be everything about the science. Each and everything. You go to the bathroom, you're passing toilet, then I think some 10 15 minutes will spend. Why don't you read some question and go to the bathroom for natural calls? Sit, think when you're doing brushing, when you're taking bath, when you're eating. That should be the motto. Huh? And then where is the time you'll get to imagine and dream something? Please to do change attitude. There's nothing to do big anything. Huh? I'm not against any of the these things. I do watch movies like a weekly once, that too in the television because I hardly went for any movie theater. That one. So earlier I used to watch movie theater. Okay, monthly once, any good some science related, something good movie or something which is related to good message, social message is certain. Okay, fine, nice, what that. But not something watching movie should be like a profession or it is a part of life. It's just a recreation. Instead, you play cricket, no? Better play cricket or take ball. Nowadays, are not permitted. Take one ball, tennis ball. With wall, what when you strike it, you get good physical exercise. Okay, no, let's come back to this one. 3 kg, 3 meter, this is a 1. So this should be the clockwise. What about L8? L8 shall I write 0 directly because it will intersect axis of rotation. All those which are anti-clockwise, plus k cap, which are clockwise, minus k cap. Then take the resultant of vector sum of that, you'll get the required answer. L bar equal to L1 bar plus L2 bar. Substitute all. So the clockwise should be taken as minus k cap. Anti-clockwise, where all anti-clockwise there, put plus k cap. Now let me go for. So this is about the particles. So let's see some applications. And this is about only the basic theory definition. Let's come. So let there be a particle. So let me begin with this question. Carefully. So this is a path of the particle. So it is moving with a, the particle of mass m moving with a velocity v along line AB as shown. Now, I want the relation between angular momentum at A and B, how they are related. So it's a straight line which is making an angle some theta. This line you can extend. It is just moving with a constant velocity along a line AB. Then what is the angular momentum of the particle at A and at B? So LA greater than LB, LA less than LB. So any relationship can be determined. Just now we have discussed the basics things, no? So apply that concept. No, so I'll stick on to the basic definition. So the particle about what point? Angular momentum of LALB about origin. Find, I'll define the question clearly. Find relationship between LA and LB measured about origin. About O is what I'm going to measure the angular momentum of particle A and B and how much it is that one. So if you, okay, let it be the only this much here. So I'll do one thing, I'll just go back to this one. So this is the R1 bar, this is R2 bar. And when particle is here, it will have velocity, constant velocity. The particle will move with a constant velocity. I think this much is there. Then, so after this, so let me extend back this line. So shall we take this is B? Then if this is theta 1, this is theta 2. And what is the angle between particle when it is at A? So this will be R1 bar, this R2 bar. It will make some angle, you know. This is what theta 1, I'm defining it like this. Now, if this is theta 1, if this is theta 1, can you say this is theta 1? Or simplest thing, let's use perpendicular distance about O. About O. So about O, when you go for perpendicular distance, this will become B bar and this will become velocity, you know. And B will be same for both the triangles. Either you go for this triangle or for this triangle, it will be same. Or this, instead of this theta 1, you're getting confusion. Some are asking, sir, why you are defining here only? We'll do one thing. Now, is there any angle between now look at the angle. This angle, how much you can call? Say some theta 1. I'll write it here. It will be. This is okay. What is R1 sine theta 1? You can write it as B by R1. Sine theta 2, B by R2. And what is theta 1? Angle between R1 bar and V bar when the particle is at A. So how you define now? LAOZ. It should be like this. Angular momentum of particle at A when about axis passing through O and perpendicular to plane. This should be equal to how much? M R1 bar cross V1 bar. So M R1 V1 sine theta 1. What is r1 sine theta 1 is b. And what is the direction? Clockwise. Similarly, L, B, O, Z. What is R2 sine theta? Sine theta 2 should be equal to mv to b. What is the sense? Clockwise. Velocity is v, no? So what is the angular momentum of particle now? Yes, it is constant. So where do I can ask you, just go back to wedge constraint. You do get so many wedges, blocks moving, no? I'll just ask you find the angular momentum of them about an axis. You pick up any axis, go back to again laws of motion. So many numericals are there, no? Wedge, block, moving. So wedge, what to do that one? Center of mass of the wedge will be either square wedge, rectangular wedge, or triangular wedge. So you know where the center of mass. So just try to focus on what is the angular momentum of that moving wedge. About which axis? Whichever axis you want to prefer. Why you should waste time searching questions on this topic? I'll scroll down. So like this, anything can be asked. You have to be just be alert. Nothing big is there. Okay, we'll take the next one. Now, let's take the problem. I'll just introduce one. If there's an inclined plane, if the block is sliding on inclined plane, what can be the angular momentum of this? Sliding up. Can we take a situation of like this? I'll bring the block. It is moving up with a constant speed v. I want about z axis, the angular momentum of this one. So angle of inclination is theta. Let this be O. There's the inclined plane. A block means it will have cubical block, side length A, mass M. Now what is the angular momentum of that? At t equals 0, it was here. After some time t, I'm asking what can be the angular momentum of this particular block. I'm pulling you to some laws of motion concept. Sir, about what point? About origin. Angular momentum about the origin. How to do this? Shall we say 0? No, it cannot be 0, no. At t equals 0, the block is here. After some time t, it will be available here. So what is the distance it will cover? It will cover a distance s. So what is s equal to? V into t. So now get into the center of mass here. So here shall we say it will be this SV, no? So can we calculate this distance y, and it will also cover x distance. And look at the block. You look at the block here. There's the inclined plane. There's a block. Only let's focus on center of mass here. There's the x-axis, there's a y-axis, and the center of mass, what happens, will move parallel to incline. Agreed? Now what is the distance? A by 2. And this is what the velocity of center of mass here. So at t equals 0, so let the center of mass be at here. So what is the distance covered? Equal to S. No, I think this is what we can define it here, no? After some time. So this distance is what you call X. And this distance is what you can call Y. Now it will have velocity. So resolve this velocity. Vx and Vy. So then what is the angular momentum? LOZ should be equal to mvx into y clockwise, mvy into x anti-clockwise. So what are vx and vy? Component of velocities. And what are x and y? I think we know the distance covered s. We know the distance covered s. And from that s, what happened? You should calculate the y and x, that one. And s is till here. The s is measured till here, not till here. The s is measured till here. So you take care about this distance is what? A. And you know this is theta. So calculate, and you have what you have to do is like till here is what the distance is, that one. Fine. This one. So this y has to be calculated here. So from till here, so what happened? You can get one distance. For that, what happened? You had this particular thing. Then you get the total y. So what should be the like a y should be equal to? Now look at the triangle. So this will be theta, no? This distance is what? S sine theta. Then further what happened? You should add up that A cos theta. Similarly, for you calculate the x value. Similarly, you calculate that you have to subtract because center of mass is here, no? So what is the displacement of center of mass? That you have to calculate. So you should take care about this distance. So some geometry based problems will come. Try to work out. I'm just giving some basic idea. Y is not S sine theta. The Y is total this distance. Do calculation. It's a geometry base. I'll go for the next concept. This is about the particle moving. This one. So let's go for angular momentum of rotating rigid body. L of a rigid body rotating about fixed axis. What is the angular momentum? So we define. So best example, let me take a circular disc. So let me take a particle at a distance small r, having a mass dm. It is rotating with an angular velocity omega. So it will have tangential velocity v, and this particle is going to move in a circular path. Fine. And there's a disk of mass radius r and mass m. Now first, what I did, I just took a small particle. What is the mass of that? dm. Then how v and r? V will be perpendicular to r. So what is the angular momentum of this small particle? dl is equal to dm into v into r. And what will be the angular velocity of all particles on this rotating disk? Will be omega. They will have different particles will have different linear velocity, but all must have same angular velocity. So therefore, what is the tangential velocity? In fact, this v is equal to r omega. Substitute this dm into r omega into r, or this will be omega dm r square. What is the angular velocity of all the particles? Will be same. So therefore, I will sum up that. Now, why omega brought outside? because all particles will have same angle, but different particles will have different mass and they'll be at a different distance from the axis of rotation. So what is this? This is the axis. Huh? This is the axis. So now, so what you get? Angular momentum. This should be equal to, what is dm r square? Moment of inertia. So what is the angular momentum of a rotating rigid body? It is I omega. Is telling how omega. I'll put like this. There's a direction of omega. What about L bar? L bar will be like this. Every problem, yes, it all depends upon the situation there. You can't say every problem like this. So what is the angular momentum of a rotating rigid body given by moment of inertia about that axis into angular velocity? Here, how L and omega, they are parallel. In this case, they are parallel. It all depends upon the type of rigid body and about which axis it is rotating. Most of the problems we do encounter where L will be along omega, but it need not be. It need not be that one. We know already rotational kinetic. What is rotational kinetic? Of I omega square. Now what we brought? We brought angular momentum of a rotating rigid body about axis. What it is? Moment of inertia into angular velocity. Let's take the some examples. So let me take a pendulum, conical pendulum. Can you remember conical pendulum? So let there be there's a pendulum of length L, bob of mass m. It is revolving in a circular path. Go back circular motion. So where let r be the radius. This is also given r. And let me define the coordinate axis. This is x-axis. This y-axis. There are 2 points there, point P and this is O. O is the circular path of it. And now I want the angular momentum of this bob about axis passing through point P and also about axis passing through point O. What is the speed of that? Let V be the speed. I'll give this also. And let's try to find out this in vector form so that it'll be easier. And this is string. First about O. What is that axis? About O, parallel to y-axis. About O passing through y-axis it is. How much angular momentum? L O Y. I'm writing clearly. Just do make observation. This should be equal to how much? M V M into R bar. R bar will be R minus I cap cross V K cap. I cross K cross I will be G. I cross K I'm asking. So minus J. So this will be everything will become VR J cap. I think it's justified, no? How that angular momentum will be directed along positive y-axis. You try to put fingers at R bar. V bar, angle between V bar and R bar will be perpendicular. The diagram I'm unable to show that. Please do have imagination. These two will be perpendicular. V bar will be out of the plane. I'm unable to show that. Okay, some. I think this will be not correct, no? So you'll get confused. That's why I'm showing it here like this. So here you write it 60. V bar perpendicular to R bar. At all points it will be. And now I want about axis passing through point P. So LP, don't say any axis here, just about an axis passing through point P. What is the basic formula? This is making an angle theta. So we should define that L bar, no? So M into L bar cross V bar. So let's define that L bar. if the length of string they given, if they give this distance y, then in terms of that also you can express. So we know, let me define L bar. What is L bar? L bar we define minus L sine theta I cap minus L cos theta j cap cross V k cap. I cross k, k cross I cross k will be minus j, no, minus of minus j. This will be mvl sine theta j cap. Keep it here. This then no, j cross k will be minus I. So this will be minus mvl cos theta I cap. So what is the resultant? This will be mvl minus cos theta I cap this is the axis. The angular momentum will be directed like this. Sir, is it about x, y or z axis? Look at the L bar, how it will be directed. Minus I cap plus j cap. Minus I cap plus j cap. So where that L bar will be somewhere directed in this direction. Now there's a very important fundamental problem, not like a numerical. It's not a numerical, so it's a very generalized theoretical idea. Now you see that one. So what should be the L bar about P? How it will be directed? It will be directed in this direction. So I'll put the direction somewhere here. Now let's calculate magnitude. How much magnitude? How much of magnitude? Will be MVL only. Will be MVL only, magnitude. But what about direction? Sir, is it always like this? No. When the same bob comes to this position, I'll show in the next diagram. So here the magnitude is constant, but the direction will be continuously varying here. So I'll put, this is a very basic problem which will help us a lot in going for next complicated objects when we go for the different shaped objects here. When Bob is here, how L bar, and when Bob is here, we have to show L bar. There's a position 1, position 2. So here it will have velocity V, here it will have velocity V like this. Tangential, there's a point 2. Now, how the direction of first at 1, how L bar will be directed somewhere here. When it is at 2 Bob, the L bar will be directed like this. Like that, what happened to that L bar? L bar vector is going to rotate. It's going to rotate here. It'll be like this. So if this is the axis, so it's going to rotate here. Look at thumb will not rotate about y-axis. It will make some angle. Able to see this? It'll be like this. Huh? It will not be one direction. Somewhere it'll be like this here. Then again at some position it'll be like this. So it'll be like this one. The thumb, this particular, or look at this face. Don't rotate about this one, or I think I can show better from here like this. So this L bar vector will be rotating here now. Here it will be like this. The tip of that will be rotating here. So I think you can just do one thing. Take some stick, something, put a bob or something, some eraser, something, you fix it. Favicwick will be there, And here what happen, you just put one matchstick, you take it and put it here, and as you start swinging, no, this will rotate. Here also what happen, this L bar vector will make a small cone. It will make a small cone. So to understand you, I'm drawing like this. So where the tip of that angular momentum vector will be, it will be rotating in a circular path. So what should be the radius of circular path? It all depends on the magnitude. And also we have to predict that angle. Angle depends upon theta. Fine. This is like a, so what we can conclude here. Magnitude is constant. Constant, but direction changes. Direction will be continuously be changing here. In fact, L1 equal to L2. Only at two positions I'm showing it here. But this, I think now it's a unlimited topic here, no? I can ask you anything. So you go for circular motion, you go for laws of motion, wherever you want, you step up. You'll get so many moving objects. For all that moving objects, try to think about angular momentum. Fan rotating, avoid the angular momentum of this. Door, you open door, close door, how the angular momentum will be that. Anywhere you see just an object swinging or rotating, you just go and make observation how the angular momentum will be. Finish all. I'll come for the next one. There's about the very basic pendulum one. Now let's take the, I'll give one more example. Let me take a dumbbell. All of you know dumbbell. I'll fix two particles, mass of m, let L by 2, L by 2. I'm going to swing that both will describe same radius. This will be, what is the angular momentum of this? First of all, you have to ask questions. So where is omega? How omega? Omega will be upward here. I want the angular momentum. So what is the angular momentum here of this? It's a light rod. Angular momentum, so you are going to take like this. No? This is R bar, this R bar, this is V bar. R cross V, you curl fingers. I think by seeing not possible, so what you should do for this? You should take help of your arms, that fingers is what you have to take it here. With the help of that weapon, you should predict how the angular momentum of this dumbbell will be. It will be constant, but what about the direction? This is length L by 2, L by 2. This is omega, direction of omega is shown. This one. The L1 of this will be in this direction. Now what about L2 of this? L2 of this will be in this direction. This is a second particle, this is a first particle. Length are same, okay. Length are different also if you want. Okay, no sir, like I'll change length. Okay, no problem. Do it. Nothing to do. Or L1, L2, length of the rod. Then how the angular momentum will be directed? Will be in this direction. Will I agree? No, again, when the bobs come here, so when they come to this position, The rod, I'll show it. This will be much easier for us. Huh? Diagram will be very neat. Now look at this. How omega and they're moving in a circular path. There is some neat diagram I'm giving. And let this length R1, R2. Different length also you can pick up. Need not be same length also. There L1, L2 I took. Let me take R1, R2 here. There's a mass is M1, M2. How L bar will be directed? Here L bar will be directed in this direction. So how do you can say R bar, V bar, R cross V, curl fingers. R bar you're going to measure like this. And V bar is into the plane. V bar, you take pen, you take the pen, don't keep vertical, keep it inclined and try to rotate. And look at the tip of that pen. Somewhere at, not at midpoint, you hold it somewhere here and try to rotate. So what happened to the upper tip and lower tip? They discuss circular motion. Please don't see video. I'm telling this one. You should hold pen or pencil. You have to do that. There's no other way. You just look at me, then gone. Okay, do that. And you assume here one particle. So both describe circular path. No? And when it is rotating here, you see that one. R bar will be like this. R bar. V bar into the plane. So then curl fingers now. So hold it with the left hand. This is R bar. This is a V bar. R cross V. Thumb will be somewhere in this direction. Similarly for this one. So how L1 bar? L1 bar here will be. You might have swinged many times the pin. It all the time L1, L2 will be in same direction. So how to calculate the magnitude? Again, define the R1 bar. So if I define this theta, so as rotating with angular velocity, so calculate that linear velocity and define it. Now look at L bar and omega. Are they in same direction? Need not know. No. The problem will become more interesting if I call O1 about O1. How it will be angular momentum will be along omega bar, but this L1 will not be along omega bar. If you calculate angular momentum about O1, so this should be the perpendicular and this is the velocity. Or here I think I can show very clearly. This will be the radius vector and this will be the velocity. Then in that case, how angular momentum will be along omega bar. So here shall we put LO1 will be parallel to omega bar. Whereas L1 is not parallel to omega. I think the direction itself is showing that one. It's not a rule that L should be along omega. It all depends upon the type of the rigid body and how it is getting oriented. They may test you with questions of these kind of, you have to be careful. Now rotating rigid body. So let's take some other example. Let's rotate some circular disc. We took it, no? So let me rotate the plate itself, rectangular plate. X-axis, Y-axis. Let me rotate about an axis. No, this is the axis of rotation. So we know rectangular plate of side length L. Length is, this is L by 2. L by 2. This is B by 2. B by 2. Mass M, and this is the origin. I want the angular momentum of this particle. Find the angular momentum of the lamina about C. Find angular momentum of lamina about point C or about O. Now look at angular velocity. There's a sensor of rotation. Shall I put omega like this? It will be better. It will be on safer side. Omega, it is not about y-axis. It is rotating about some angle. So let me define this as theta. Let's get into the problem. What is the angular velocity about x-axis? Lamina about point O, which is rotating about axis PP dash. I'll write it. Find angular momentum of lamina about point O, which is rotating about an axis PP dash. I think fine. No, some of you are asking, sir, what is the axis of rotation? Among which the direction along which the omega is directed, that is the axis of rotation. So I'll proceed like this here. So first, let me calculate angular velocity about x-axis, omega cos theta. So can you resolve omega? Omega is a vector. It's an axial vector. So I can resolve. Then what is the moment of inertia about x-axis? mb square by 12 about y-axis, ml square by 12. Is it okay? Already we have discussed moment of inertia of this lamina about x-axis, mb square by 12. So the L will not come. I think we did check it once calculation. About y-axis, it should be ml square by 12. Then angular momentum about x-axis. Angular momentum about x-axis should be equal to ix into omega x. This should be equal to mb square 12 omega cos theta high cap. Omega cos theta j cap. Then what is the resultant angular momentum? The resultant angular momentum is given by Lx bar plus Ly bar. I think total diagram is available. Yeah. Try to see now. What is L bar is equal to Lx bar plus Ly bar. This will be equal to mb square 12 omega cos theta I cap mb square by 12 omega, both are, this is sine theta, no? Sine theta j cap. I think ml square by 12 omega, m omega 12, you can take outside, b square also, mb square omega 12 you can take outside, so cos theta I cap sine theta j. Is it along omega bar? How you define omega bar? Oh, some, wait. What is Iy? Iy is L square. I'll make correction. L square it is here. B square. No. Omega bar, how you define? Omega cos theta I cap. Now look at now. Is it L bar along omega bar? That's what the primary question I'm asking. Let's do one thing. We'll calculate angle between L bar and omega because we are not very sure. To be frank, sir, like we are in confused state. Okay, then how to do? There should be some method. So let me do one thing. How to find out angle between vectors? L bar is a vector, omega bar is a vector. So I know L bar and omega bar. I'll go for dot product. That's a better idea. So what is it? Cos phi is equal to L bar dot omega bar by L omega magnitude. Substitute here. You'll get that angle. If you get this equal to 0, so then what when L bar and omega in same direction. If you get this non-zero, then there is some angle. Will I agree this? I think this is the best way of analyzing. The best way of analyzing. Or I want component of L bar along PP dash. So what is the question asked? So if you want, you can do this angle, or directly let me ask, get into the question, because let me find angular momentum of lambda about 0.2, which is rotating about axis speed. That I got it. So now I'll ask question, find the component of angular momentum about axis PP dash. About 0.2 is this much. About axis PP dash how much? I don't know that one. So that I'll find out. Angular momentum about PP dash. So that should be L bar. No, it is not L bar. How to calculate that one? So what is this? Angular momentum component of angular momentum along axis PP dash. So are you able to understand? So don't think that L bar is along omega bar. So strictly I'll say that L bar is not along omega bar. I think this is something very important. So how do you can say? I think it's quite natural because I know enough of unit vectors concept. So therefore, when L bar is not along omega bar, how much of L bar along the axis? How to calculate that? How to calculate that? I'll take the dot product. I'll take the dot product. So what dot product which says? I'll go for dot product. So dot product says L bar dot omega equal to L omega cos theta. So what is needed? L cos, so like L cos phi. What is cos phi? Angle between L bar and omega bar. So what is L cos phi? Component of L bar along axis here. So therefore this will be L pp dash should be equal to L cos phi, which should be equal to L bar dot omega bar by omega. I think all of you know how to take dot product, check it, no? L pp dash is not equal to L. That much I can say. L pp dash is not equal to L, that one. Okay, try this. This will be. So now is it okay? No. So it's not that rule that L should be along omega. It should not be written that one. So sir, then okay, I'll take you back. But sir, you said here L among omega. I think it all depends upon the how that body is oriented and how the body is being rotated. Agreed? How that body is being rotated. Based on that, so here strictly what you can say, L bar is parallel to omega bar. So, sir, how do I come to know? See, how do I come to know means what happened? You have to check it here now. Now you look at the angular momentum of this small particle, how it is along the point of suspension. So L is parallel to omega when you integrate. So what about here? How is omega? Omega is in this direction. Check it now, angular momentum. It is not along omega. So therefore what happened in every numerical, you should make observation. First, what is omega? Direction of omega, calculate L bar, check the direction of L bar and omega. It need not be always this one. And when you can write L is equal to I omega, when L is equal to I omega, when you can write when L bar is parallel to omega. So again, shall we put a condition? Again, shall we put a condition that the formula L equal to I omega when it is defined, when L bar is parallel to omega. When it is not parallel to omega, you should use vector concept. Okay, let me take the another question. This is about the rotating rigid body. I'm just trying to give some basic picture. Let me give one more condition. You have to work out this, you have to calculate. Please calculate. I'm just leaving it here. I'll take the next page here. There is a rod. Oh. There's a rod. I'm spinning about. In books, what happened? You have directly, they're gone for some basic definition and they went for some simple cases here. But a student must analyze for different shaped objects, if they rotate about different axes, how L and omega will be and how to calculate. So this is about O. I'm spinning it like this. There's a rod of mass m and length L. A rod AB of mass m and length L rotates with a constant angular velocity omega about the vertical axis, about the vertical axis, passing through one end as shown. So passing through one end as shown. So it will become like a conical pendulum, no? Similar to. Find angle theta. Find angle theta. Magnitude of reaction at inch A and angular momentum. You have to find out all these things. So what is the rod? Rod is of mass m. This is inch is telling A and this is B. Now I'm testing again your basics. Just know what all you learned, how you can apply. It will describe conical pendulum. In doing so, the tip B, what happened, will describe circular path, and the rod, what happened, will form a slant face of a cone. The rod, what happened, will form a slant face of a cone. Take pen or pencil, just swing like this. You can see this. So take this pen or pencil, anything, no? No, don't do like this. Huh? Some brain should be there, please. Huh? Minimum brain should be there. Huh? So there's one end I'm holding. I'm going to, the tip here will describe circular path, horizontal circular path. What happens, the rod, this particular pen, it will describe the slant face of a cone. So it will form like a similar to conical pendulum. It's angular momentum, all other things I'm asking. So what is that angle theta? What are given things? Omega is given, length is given, mass is given. So we should find out that angle theta. First we'll do one thing. First we'll get the angle theta. How to get that angle theta? So let me assume a, so here what are the forces that will be acting? The weight mg. There's a weight mg. Then I'm going to assume a small element. Let this element be at a distance r. This is theta. Pseudo force dm omega square r sine theta, or call x dm omega square x. And what is sine theta? Sine theta equal to x by r. X equal to r sine theta. Tell me, like, for equilibrium, so this is like a centrifugal force, no? You can put centrifugal force. So let me go for the torque about point A, the net torque about point A. Torque we will set up, torque due to weight should be balanced by torque due to centrifugal force about point A. For equilibrium, net torque about point A should be 0. Torque we will set up, torque due to weight. Torque due to weight, how much it should be? Mg L by 2 sine theta. This should be equal to torque due to centrifugal force. Integral of dm omega square x cos theta. Now, from where you brought this, sir? From where it has come? What is dm? Dm omega square x will act like this. So what is this distance? X cos theta. Force into perpendicular distance. Then what is x? X you can write r sine theta. So I think this should be r cos theta. This distance will be r cos theta. That will be x sine theta. Let me put all the things. What should be the length? 0 to L. So mg L by 2 sine theta. dm, what you can write? Mass per unit length, lambda into dr. Omega square x, you can write it as r sine theta. This is r cos theta. Sine theta, cos theta, one sine theta will get cancelled out. So m g L by 2, one sine theta will get eliminated. So cos theta will come outside. Or time being, let me write it there only. Lambda omega square cos theta. This everything will be r square dr, 0 to L. Mg L by 2. Lambda is what? M by L omega square cos theta. This will be L cube by 3. Theta is what being asked, no? So M get cancels. One L also get cancels here. So finally, what is cos theta? Cos theta should be equal to 3g by 2L omega square. I'm writing that in corner. Check it once. This angle made by the rod with vertical when it is swinging. So there's a find the angle theta, we got it. Then magnitude of reaction. Why that reaction should come? Why that reaction word he has brought? Yes, there'll be reaction. No? So what centrifugal force will try to do? Will try to push the rod towards right. So there'll be reaction force. So call this is Rx. Hi, it is rotating, no. On its own cannot rotate. Somebody should rotate. So there'll be reaction in the inch. No, Rx should be equal to Ry is equal to mg. Second part. What are Rx and Ry? Reaction at inch. Ry minus mg should be 0. So therefore, what is Ry? Equal to mg. How to calculate Rx? Rx is the total horizontal centrifugal force that is acting on the rod. The net horizontal force that is acting on the rod. So how to calculate Rx? Rx should be equal to integral of dm omega square x sine theta, component of that, dm omega square r sine theta. Or Okay, this will be further dm omega square. What is x? X is r sine theta. Further, what is dm? Lambda into dr. So lambda omega square sine theta r square r dr 0 to L. So what is Rx is equal to lambda omega square sine theta L square by 2. Lambda is m by L. So m omega square L by 2 sine theta. This will be the reaction. The total reaction will be vector sum of these two. Say centrifugal force will try to drive it away. So the inward pen will resultant force it will exert in this direction. And now after this the angular momentum is needed. Now how to get that angular momentum? Anybody? How to get angular momentum?
I omega.
Don't say answer, no, workout, no. You can't just see and write it. Already I told you. Looking at that, never tell like that. Why that angular momentum? Will it be a constant? L bar will be constant, or magnitude will be constant. Angle will be changing. Angle will be changing. Just now conical pendulum, how we did. Similarly, we should do for this particular. But different points of the rod, they are at different distance from the axis. I strictly put this axis. The tip of the NB will move in circular path. That's why you can see some sort of like a cone. That's why it is called like a similar to like a conical pendulum. And now you know that I want the expression for L bar. So for this, I'll get into the diagram. Let me start with again the basic diagram. Let me construct the diagram. Please, most of you have to put effort, because I think you never get questions in advance where by seeing you will get it. By seeing you'll never get any question where by seeing you can answer. So almost all questions what happen, we must analyze it. Unless we don't analyze, not possible. Okay, there's a rod. Let me take the position like this. Anything, and if you want to take one more. So for two positions, we'll show how the angular momentum will be. The tip of the rod here, it will move in a circular path. Able to, I think now at least first you understand how it is rotating. Without that, I don't think so possible for you to. This is the direction of omega. This is the axis of rotation. Let's begin like this. This theta already we have determined, which is going to help us a lot. Now let's assume a small element, dm. It is going to revolve in a circular path here. No, again this dm, and it will have v. Radius, let it be r. This is r. I took it. Let me call this is a. Symbol, I'll maintain the same uniform symbols. This is NA, this is NB. First, we'll define the angular momentum of this small particle. dl is equal to, see, I'm sticking on to the basics. dm into what is r bar cross v bar. So let me take this as y. So here we have a triangle. I think we can take a x here. Yeah, x. This is y. This is r. This is theta. Define r bar now, because we are writing dl bar now. So this is dm. What is r bar? Minus x high cap plus y j cap cross. What is v bar? V k cap. Able to understand the diagram? Let's get into the thing. What are x and r? Cos theta equal to y by r. So y equal to r cos theta, I'll write it. Similarly, sin theta equal to x by r minus, or if you want, you can expand it. Then I'll substitute here. So this will be minus dm xv. Shall we put I cap cross k cap will be minus j cap, minus of minus plus, this will be j cap. Then dm y into, this is v, this will be I cap. Look at j cap, j cross k, minus j cap. J cross k will be I, so minus I cap here. What is v in turn? What is v? V is what? V assumed it, no? Shall we write v equal to x omega? Because omega is what given for us. Y, v is equal to here x omega. What is x square? R square sin square theta omega. What is y? R cos theta. X is r sin theta omega I cap. I think almost we are at the near to the answer. So dm, dm is what? Further you can write lambda into dr. Dm we can write it as lambda into dr r square sin square theta omega j cap. Lambda will be written as m by l omega sin square theta r square dr j cap. This will be m by l omega sin theta cos theta r square dr 0 to l. So L cube by 3, this will be after this, the limit should be 0 to L. And this will become M omega sin square theta L square by 3 j cap M omega sin theta cos theta by 3 L square I cap. I cap, I think I forgot here. I'll adjust it. Whenever only for circular disk, something if they get, okay, that you have formula, but remaining all, what when again you have to stick on to the basic. Let me take small element first due to that, then I'll go for integration. See, finally we ended up this will be integration. I brought it from here, no? This will be L bar. Now what should be the final equation? M bar will be, I think I can take some quantities common, no? Sin theta I'll take common. M omega L square by 3 I'll take common. Then minus cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. Is it along omega? There's the only simplest question I'm asking. If it were along omega, I would have got only j cap, but I'm having minus I cap plus j cap. And that too, is it constant? No, for this position, look at that. For the left-hand diagram I'm showing. So how it is minus I cap plus j cap. Minus I cap plus j cap. That too angle theta is there. So how you expect now L bar in this position? The L bar minus I cap plus j cap, somewhere like this, no? L bar. When the rod comes to this position, L bar will be like this. So therefore angular momentum is not constant. You take the magnitude. Magnitude how much will be? Sin theta also will be there. Sine theta we took outside. Now look at this. Cos theta I cap. So m omega magnitude how much will be? M L square omega sine theta by 3. This is a magnitude. Huh? This will be constant. But what about in direction? Direction will be continuously will be varying. Then who will vary it? Some action agent should be there on its own, cannot rotate. No, somebody should spin. Who is that somebody spinning? The action agent. This is a magnitude. So I think you can't try directly ml square by 3 into omega. Try to see that the quantity sine theta will come. So I think by making guess, I think definitely be in big trouble. No, better to take help of the mathematics, the basic definition. No, let's just conclude this. The rod
Sir,
is. Wait. Let me finish off. Then you can come. When the rod is in this position and in this position. Now here how L bar will be directed. L bar will be here will be directed like this when it is here. And when the rod is here, the L bar will be directed in this direction. Not along that rod, put it somewhere like this. Minus cos theta I cap plus sine theta j cap. So this will be the orientation. So and the rod is going to swing. This is that omega. Sir, why 2 L bar? For different positions I'm showing, try to analyze. So when the rod is here, this will be L bar. When the rod is here, this will be L bar. A, B, I shown I think 1 and 2. If I show this position 1, it will be L1 like this. There's a position 2, L2 will be like, and L1 equal to L2 equal to L. Got the method? This one? So rather than pre-concluding, better to derive this, then you'll be on safer side. Somebody asked out, yeah.
sir, previously why did you take torque at 0, sir?
Torque for equilibrium, no? It is in
And
rotational equilibrium. Net torque will be 0 and it is rotating with constant angular velocity. I don't know, you're messing up things here. Huh? Fine. So I'm trying to stress because most of the numericals where what we do, L bar will be parallel to omega bar. Take it for granted. But they will trouble you questions of this kind. You should be careful. I took the circular plate, then this particular thing. I mean, sir, like now, you tell me one thing, sir, like how L bar and omega, because we did so many problems. It's swinging like this and omega. Tell me what is the angular momentum of this rod? What is the angular momentum? I can definitely write it as ml square by 2L into omega j cap. I'm very sure. Sir, how you can say here? You take any, what is the method? You take small element on a rod. You take small element. See, like, I'm not, I'm making guess. I'm having a background idea like this. I'll take a small elemental strip here. This small elemental strip I'll assume. Then this elemental strip, how it will move? It will move in a circular path. Then how the velocity of this will be like this, and this will be r bar. Then how the angular momentum of this small elemental strip will be along omega. So therefore, when you integrate, the total angular momentum will be along omega. So how to check whether L bar and omega will be in same direction or not? First, you assume a small element. Due to that small element, how L bar will be. Then you integrate, you'll get the total L bar. Getting the idea? So now it's along. So L bar is along omega that. So what you are going to write now? L is equal to high about axis into omega. I'm concluding now very important concept here. What is axis here? Moment of what is a high axis? Moment of inertia of the rigid body above the axis. Mi of rigid body about an axis. Will I agree this? Okay, now come for this. I'll write here also. What is moment of inertia of the rigid body above the axis? You can't write ml square by 3. So it is this much. No, can you really make any guess of this? Magnitude, okay, but what about direction? We are not sure about the direction. It should be brought by vector form. So can you write now just moment of inertia of this rigid body about x-axis? How to calculate moment of inertia? ml square sine square theta by 3 into omega. You multiply, you don't get this answer. So when you can write L is equal to I axis omega, when L bar is parallel to omega. And when you should not write L is equal to I axis omega, when L bar is not parallel to omega. So this is applicable only when I think in the book S.C. Verma he just put a very one sentence. He didn't discuss anything like this. L is equal to I omega, L equal to I axis omega is applicable only when L parallel to omega. I think it's a correct statement. You can't write that here. Can you write what is moment of inertia of this rod? Yes, I can find out. ml square sine square theta by 3. Into omega you get it. Is it that answer? Check it. No. Trying to understand. The reason for that L bar is not parallel to omega. So when you can write this, when L bar is parallel to omega, there's a basic idea of the angular momentum of a rotating rigid body. You can't just write plainly L equal to I omega. Strict conditions should be followed here. This is what I wanted to conclude this one. It's not a very simple L equal to I omega, I'll write it, I'll come out. No, we should really work out here. Fine. So therefore, so how do I come to know that L bar is along the axis or not? Because there's a primary question every student must analyze here. So for that, what happened? You should check the first for small element. Due to that small element, how L bar? Maybe sometimes the body will be such that where you have to assume more than one element due to symmetry. Then you have to check in the resultant DL bar. So now what are the rigid bodies? I took rectangular plate, I took rod, circular disc, I brought it. So now what are the rigid bodies are you are having? You are having semicircular plate. You are having what like the cone. You are having solid sphere. Different rigid bodies are there. Rotate them about different axes and check how you calculate angular momentum. I think this is one basic generalization is needed. So once you are very sure about this, then you can enter into the application problems. Go this one. So you have several rigid bodies are there. You should really put effort now. And check on to the basic, first the basic definition and the basic formula. Hope I think all of you got the idea which I wanted to tell you from the beginning here. So I think in the books they have just defined this statement, and I think mere statement, if you remember, I don't think so you are in a better position unless you don't work out and analyze all these different ideas. Okay, tomorrow I'll continue this angular momentum. Tomorrow we'll start the rolling motion. Tomorrow we'll discuss the angular momentum due to both translatory, rotatory. Then I'll enter into rolling motion. And you should not pick up any problem based on conservation of angular momentum. Conservation of angular momentum will come next week. This week we are not going to touch it. Okay, fine. This will be. Okay, thank you all of you. Okay, we'll meet in the evening paper discussion. I'll intimate the time.